Do you think it's gonna squeak? Hey, it didn't. Can't help what we've become. This many miles at this pace. These are the Merrell Trail Gloves, the 3s and the 4s. I've done like 1,600 miles in these hiking last year, and then I put like 150, 160 maybe miles on these hiking and running. I want to say thanks to this guy for buying me these. He reached out because he liked the videos, so he asked if he could buy me a pair of shoes. Of course I said yes. Thank you. I want to talk about what I like about both models. But first I'm gonna go running, so you're gonna have to wait. It is cold out here though. I had like 2 really nice days, and now it's starting to get cold. It's supposed to be below freezing for a couple days. I was gonna do a lot of climbing today, but the trailhead at the bottom was totally full. Drove like halfway up. So, going along this. But I get to go up there, so that's a pretty good climb, I think. There used to be a lodge here, Rattlesnake Lodge. What a place to live, right? That'd be sweet. Although if you wanted groceries, you'd have to hike a few miles. That bridge knob. Nice. 3.2, only a 5K in. Took me 42 minutes. Woohoo, made it to the peak. How much of a view? Well, lots of view, but lots of trees too. Just realized this trail I came up on is the Mountains to Sea Trail. A friend of mine did that 2 years ago. Seems like a pretty cool trail. Okay, so V3s, V4s, Merrell Trail Gloves. I guess first I should talk about my affiliation with Merrell. There is none, so I paid for these. I paid for all 4 pairs that I've owned of these, and Jonathan bought me these. I also bought these, the vapor gloves, which I like a lot, but not for trails. They're very thin. As you can see, they just fold up. It's kind of weird, like sitting here by these trails where people are walking by over there, and I'm just like sitting here with a camera talking about shoes. It makes me realize how lame I actually am. Anyways, they fixed a few problems with the 4 that I had with the 3. The first problem was whenever they blew up right here, and that just exploded. It's got these like reinforcement bars, but in between there, that's where it always just went like that and ripped. My first pair of these lasted like 800 miles or 840. They ripped after like 650. The soles on them are quite different. This one's more spiky, this one's more flat. I actually like this more. I don't know if it's because these are newer and these are more worn down, but this is like a thinner, harder rubber, whereas this is more... Another person just walked by. And this is more like, it has more grip, but it's a lot softer, so you feel more rocks. But yeah, the grip is much better on these on mud. That was one complaint with these. But these are pretty good on rocks and things. The tongue on this one is one single piece, and it opens on that side. Whereas this shoe, it's a standard tongue. So I guess that might help with, there's no seam. I'm not totally sure. Oh, it makes it so it doesn't fall over. That's kind of cool, I guess. One thing I thought was weird was the difference in toes. The new one is much more pointy, whereas this one's rounder. I like the design of this better, but with these, for some reason, along this side, my big toe rubs and it hurts the callus. That might just be a personal problem, but it bothered me. The biggest thing I noticed with the 4s, the arch in them is different. Which people complained about the 3s online when I was looking into them for the first time, that they had way more of an arch than the 2s. To me, that worked a lot better. With these, my arch starts to hurt if I do a longer run, like 12 plus miles. It starts to ache, so I only use these on shorter runs now. So I like the old design better, but I like the new materials better. So I think if they could find a way to combine the two designs and materials, they'd have a pretty awesome shoe. It already is a great shoe, but it definitely needs a few more pretty cool, right? Do you guys want a review of this? Probably not. So that's basically my thoughts on those. I've been using, I guess, minimalist shoes since the PCT. I started with Ultra Superiors. I thought they were good. What I usually look for is a thinner sole that has harder rubber. A lot of them will be thicker but squishier like the Ultras, and that made me start having foot problems, which it's just person to person, I think. But for me, the Merrell shoes worked really well. I want to try some of the Ultra Tempes. If you guys use any that are different than those, let me know what they are. I'd like to check them out.